Hey there, Sports Quotient. This is Jeremy Losak here with Elliot Sachs, and we're here now to talk about the National League All-Stars. Here at SQ, we put together our own All-Star voting. We didn't really like the fan ballots that are going to be released later today. So we have our own list here. I'm just going to run down through it pretty quickly. At catcher, we have Jonathan Lucroy. First base, Paul Goldschmidt. Second base, Dee Gordon. Shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki unanimously. Third base, Todd Frazier. Outfield, you have Stanton, McCutchen, and Puig. Starting pitchers, you have Cueto, Wainwright, Kershaw, Teheran, and Bumgarner. And our relief pitchers are Kimbrel, Houston Street, K-Rod, and Cechek. So we're going to start here talking about second base. Elliot, we got Dee Gordon who won it. How tough of a race do you think this was? And tell me about some of these other guys, their chances of actually making the All-Star team.
You know, Dee Gordon, I think, is the right choice. He's really dynamic with his speed. He's obviously leading all the major leagues in stolen bases with 40. I mean, you got Daniel Murphy. He's batting over 300, but not really as exciting. And then you got Chase Utley, who's, he's been injured in the past and he's never been the same since. Not really the perennial all-star he used to be. I think really the sleeper is Anthony Rendon of the Nationals. He's been having a great year. He's batting about 280. He hits home runs, arb drives and runs. I have him making the All-Star game as a reserve personally, but I think Dee Gordon's definitely the choice as the starter.
Well, I mean, you got Chase Utley, who's currently leading in the National League. It looks like he's going to take it in the actual fan balloting. I mean, I don't know if he's when you said Daniel Murphy's not exciting. I don't know if I would necessarily agree with that. I mean, he's on pace for 200 hits. The guy who's on pace for 200 hits not making the All-Star team. I mean, that's a little criminal there. But next week we're going to talk about shortstop now. I mean, this is Troy Tulowitzki, unanimous. I mean, it's looking like that also in the fan balloting. Mm-hmm. I mean, is there anyone who even comes close to Troy Tulowitzki that we should just talk about and give him some sort of recognition? Because based on these results, no one else besides Troy Tulowitzki is going to get any presence here on the ballot.
No one's going to touch Tulo in terms of stats, but you still got Hanley Ramirez, and Starlin Castro is having a great year also for the Cubs. Both those guys have shots of being reserves, I think. But, he's unanimous for a reason. His stats are ridiculous. I mean, who else is going to be batting 360 right now, not hitting home runs and everything? So
I mean, no arguing there at all. I mean, Tulo's the clear choice. All right, on to third base here. We have Todd Frazier winning it, and based on his stats, I mean, he is the clear choice. I mean, that's not what the fan ballot says. They have Arame Ramirez. Other guys, you have McGee. You have Arenado, who is going to be the clear all-star third baseman before he got hurt. David Wright's always up there. Tell me why Todd Frazier, and who else from that group do you think is going to make the all-star team?
There are definitely a lot of NL third basemen that have good numbers going into the year, like David Wright, McGee, Aramis Ramirez, but Todd Frazier is just a step above all of them. He's the only one with anywhere close to 20 home runs right now. He's got 17. He's batting 287. He's stolen a bunch of bases as well. And I think that's what makes him the clear choice.
Yeah, I mean, I got to agree with you. I mean, watch out in the fan balloting because David Wright, fan favorite, league favorite, the face of baseball. Watch for a surge of votes coming his way. Before all is said and done. All right, last thing we're going to talk about here, we're going to talk about the catching position. We have Jonathan Lucroy here, and he seems like the clear choice. But Evan Gattis, he's had a great year for the Braves. Why not him as an all-star?
He's not as all-around of a catcher yet. He's young. He's played a bunch of different positions. He's played outfield. He's played first base. But, he's a pure hitter right now, and a pure hitter in the sense he just hits home runs. You've got a bunch of other guys like Buster Posey, I think's having like a mediocre year for him, but He's, a complete catcher. Same with Yachty. Same with Lucroy, and that's what makes them a step above, say, Gaddis or Mazaraco as well.
Yeah, Mazaraco, another guy who's really not spoken about, but he's had great numbers. All right, so we gave you our American League predictions yesterday, our National League today. All right, Elliot. Final prediction here: who wins the All-Star game?
Of course, the National League.
The National League. I tend to agree there. Better players, but I mean you're getting this from a Marlins and a Mets fan, so let's go National League. All right. So this is Jeremy Losack and Elliot from the Sports Quotient. Make sure to check in and watch the All-Star game. Should be a great game. And have a good one, Sports Quotient.